In the heart of a war-torn forest, love is shattered by bullets, and grief gives birth to something far more terrifying. A woman once willing to abandon her dark powers for the man she loved now returns as a witch, not for mercy, but for vengeance. And in this forest, no soldier will leave alive. The film opens in a dark, misty forest. A terrified young woman runs desperately through the trees, her body drenched in blood. Something, or someone, is chasing her. Suddenly, a witch emerges from the shadows, seizing the girl by the throat and lifting her high into the air. At that exact moment, Olena, the main character, wakes up in shock. The girl in the forest was her. It was just a nightmare. Olena lives with her loving husband, and their relationship is filled with happiness. One morning, while her husband is taking a bath, she calls a friend to share her joy. Everything is going perfectly, she says. I'm so happy with my husband, and I want to spend the rest of my life with him. That night, when her husband returns from work, they spend a beautiful evening together. But their peace is shattered by a news broadcast. Russia has launched attacks on multiple countries. Civilians are being tortured, nations are surrendering, and soldiers are raiding homes. Russian forces have reached the area where Olena and her husband live. Fearing for their lives, her husband decides to escape with her, avoiding the main roads and taking a shortcut through the forest. But they don't realize the forest is already occupied by Russian soldiers. Their leader, Roberto, stops them. His men leer at Olena, suggesting they kill the couple and steal their car for supply runs. Roberto agrees, but when soldiers aim their guns at her husband, he fights back, ramming the car forward, crushing one soldier, and escaping under heavy gunfire. Night falls, and they take refuge at Olena's friend's house. But tragedy strikes. Her husband has been shot and collapses from blood loss. Despite her desperate attempts to save him, he dies in her arms. Heartbroken and enraged, Olena vows not to bury him until she has taken her revenge. Ignoring her friend's pleas, she enters a hidden cave beneath the house, a place lined with flickering candles. She cuts away a magical restraint on her wrist, restoring the dark powers she once abandoned for her husband's sake. Olena becomes the witch she used to be. Meanwhile, Roberto sends his men to raid a nearby village. They loot homes, assault civilians, and abduct a young girl to take back to camp. They kill a woman who dares to insult them, leaving her body in the dirt. That night, Olena collects blood from the soldier her car crushed. Using it in a ritual, she curses another soldier, causing him to vomit clumps of human hair and a note that reads, "The forest will be your graveyard." Soon, his body bleeds from every orifice until he dies in agony. Terrified, the soldiers release the captive girl into the forest. Olena finds her and offers a choice. "If you want revenge, join me." One by one, Olena hunts the soldiers. She curses them, lures them with greed, and executes them in gruesome, supernatural ways. One explodes like a bomb. Another is haunted and killed by the ghost of the woman he murdered. Her friend begs her to stop killing innocents, but Olena's thirst for vengeance is unstoppable. Even soldiers' families aren't spared from her rituals. Fear spreads through the camp. Some soldiers lose their sanity. One commits suicide after seeing bodies of their comrades mutilated and hung from trees. Eventually, Roberto's men discover a blood trail leading to Olena's friend's home. She bewilders two soldiers into killing each other and confronts Roberto inside. He attacks her, attempting to violate her, but turns out to be one of his own men glamored to look like Olena. The real witch then arrives and slaughters them. Her friend interrupts with shocking news. Olena is pregnant. "You survived being shot because you're carrying a child. You must protect your baby," she urges. Roberto, in a last act of malice, attacks Olena's friend and holds her at gunpoint. Enraged, Olena unleashes her full fury and kills him brutally. With her revenge complete, Olena abandons witchcraft forever for the sake of her child. She leaves the forest, gives birth, and lives peacefully, promising never to use her dark powers again. And so, the tale of the witch's revenge comes to an end. not with destruction, but with a new life.